第33集，我们都有一道自己的彩虹。
Hi, Meng Meng.
啊，
Meng Meng, oops. Did I startle you?
我正在埋头沉思做实验呢。
Oh, I'm sorry, Meng Meng. I noticed you were doing an experiment. Care to tell me about it?
我当然是在制造彩虹了。我觉得我能用一个巨大的水滴制造出一个巨大的彩虹。
You are silly, Meng Meng. I know that I drew pictures on the whiteboard that were big, but this was only to aid in our understanding. Rainbows aren't made from several big raindrops. We use pictures to represent things that we can't see with our own eyes.
哦，我明白了，你画的雨滴就是要告诉我们彩虹是怎么形成的吗？
That's right. There are many raindrops needed to make a rainbow.
我还是不明白，克里斯博士，下雨的时候天上到处都是雨滴，可是那么多雨滴不会制造出很多彩虹吗？我抬头看的时候，天上只有一道彩虹呀。
You are indeed correct. In fact, there are many rainbows.
天上有很多彩虹吗？不对呀，克里斯博士，我刚才说我只看到了一道彩虹呀。
Well, Meng Meng, the rainbow you saw is very special. There are indeed many rainbows. And children, the one you saw is very special too. It's the one rainbow just for you.
专门为我形成的，你一定是在开玩笑呢，克里斯博士。
I'm not. The rainbow you saw is a very special rainbow just for you. When sunlight is cast on a rain shower, the light gets reflected and refracted in many different directions. And there's a rainbow for each direction. But of course, you are standing in one direction, and I am standing in one direction. So we see different rainbows.
哇，一道专门为我形成的彩虹，难怪每次看到彩虹时，我都刚好站在它拱形的正中央呢。
That's right. You can't see a rainbow from the side. Every photo you see of a rainbow is from the center, because that rainbow is special for that person. Kids, have you found your special rainbow? Great! Now let's find out how it's made. Hello, children. Have you succeeded in drawing the path of light through the raindrop? If you haven't, don't worry. It was definitely the trickiest problem yet. But today, we'll solve this puzzle together.
你会画出许多色彩鲜艳的大雨滴给我们看吗，克里斯博士？
Sure, Meng Meng. I know that colors are beautiful, but let's not get too distracted.
我看到彩虹太激动了，克里斯博士，快给我们演示这个物理现象吧。
Okay. So, here I have a raindrop. Remember that raindrops are round, not like the tear shape you may have seen in other pictures.
啊，雨滴是圆的，我以为它们是椭圆的，或者跟面条的形状一样呢。你画的这个黑色又是什么呢？太阳光吗？
Exactly. This is sunlight. I drew it with a black marker because our board is white. Now, what's the first thing that will happen when the sunlight hits the raindrop?
雨滴是透明的，所以光会穿越。哦，对了，是折射。
Good memory. Refraction is the bending of light when it moves from one thing, the air, to another, the water. We learned from last lecture that the bending of light is different for different colors. This has a special physics name as well. It's called dispersion. Can you remember it?
弥散。
Good. Now, last question. Which color gets bent the most and which color gets bent the least?
我想我记得是能量的顺序：红、橙、黄、绿、蓝、紫。红色弯曲的程度最小，紫色最大。
Yes, and all the colors in between. Let's recall them again together. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Let me draw it for you. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Now the colors have reached the other side. What next?
它会再穿过去，然后我们就能看到彩虹了，耶！
Oops, not quite, Mung Mung. Try to remember the last time you saw a rainbow. Where was the sun? If the light went straight through the raindrop, the sun would be behind the rainbow.
没错，我看到彩虹的时候，太阳总是在我后面。说得好，克里斯博士。
Haha, thanks, Mung Mung. Kids, do you still remember when we talked about the angle and how sometimes the light doesn't get refracted, but gets reflected instead? It's a tricky point, I agree. So let's remember our lesson from last lecture about reflection and refraction. Great! So, what is the relationship between reflection and refraction of light inside the raindrop? Let me show you. Each color gets reflected at the back of the raindrop and heads back towards the sun and us.
你又碰到了雨滴的边缘，克里斯博士，这意味着另外一个折射。
That's right. Here we go. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. We see that the light has come out the other side of the raindrop and is heading now towards our eyes.
克里斯博士，你犯了个大错误。
I did? Where?
红色光是在最底下的，不过我知道，我眼睛看到的红色都是在彩虹最上面的。
Ah, a clever observation, Mung Mung. But do the children know this? When's the last time you saw a rainbow? I know. Let's make one of our own.
自己做彩虹，好耶！亲子游戏。
Hello, children. Mung Mung had a question about the picture of the light in the raindrop that we drew. In order to understand her problem, I think we need to convince ourselves and Mom and Dad what a real rainbow looks like. So, we're going to do an experiment where you can create your own rainbow. You'll need a spray bottle and it's a bit tricky because it needs to be done on a sunny day. Now remember, the sunlight needs to be behind you. Spray your spray bottle into the air. Did you make your own special rainbow? Wasn't it beautiful? Let's talk about Mung Mung's question next time. Bye!